Hello YouTube, I have a question for you. Have you been seeing those TikToks about modding your 3DS? You think, oh wow, that's cool, you can do splash screens, you can do cool themes, you can get all your games on here. But what if you don't have a 3DS or a DSi and all you have is either a phatt DS or a DS Lite? And you're like, oh, there's no SD card slot, so you can't mod it. But what if I tell you that's not the case? What if I show you there's another way? You can get similar modding on a phatt DS or a DS Lite that you can get on a DSi. And I'm going to show you the secret how you do that. See? Yes, Nintendo, I own all these games legally. You can see it boots into any NDS, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, any ROM that either plays it natively or you get an emulator for. It takes a while to boot into it, but it works. You know, it's better than nothing, you know. So that way, if you don't have a 3DS, there are methods to get modding on a phatt DS, and today I'm going to show you how. Okay, that's probably a bad example, but it does work, guys. Trust. You guys have to trust me on this. So, you guys are wondering, there's no SD card slot, so how do I get the custom firmware on there? Well, I'll show you how. You see this? This is not a normal Nintendo DS game. This is what people back in the day would call a flashcard. You could buy these off AliExpress for $3 to $4 plus shipping, and you see it has an SD card slot on the back. So essentially, you're just putting firmware and ROMs on your SD card and booting it in on the hardware. And I will show you how I did this, and I will be leaving links to the firmware down below. What you need for this mod is a computer that you could transfer files to an SD card from, and basically that's it. And you know, the flash card, the micro SD, and you know, hardware too. Now that you've inserted your micro SD or SD into your computer, you see all these files here. All of these, besides this folder, this is all firmware. Oh, you guys can just ignore this. Anyway, so you see all these files here. This is all the firmware you need. You see Ace 3DS Plus. That is the firmware to boot into Twilight menu. You do not need Ace 3DS Plus if all you want to do is play games, but if you want to make it look a tiny bit nicer, I suggest put Twilight menu on it. You're gonna look up Ace 3DS Plus download. You're not gonna click at these two. You're gonna go down here to this Reddit link. It could be different for you, but for me, it's Ace 3DS Plus questions. I will link both this Reddit and the link down here below, but you're gonna go over to this link, and I would download this one, but you can get away with this one, but I'm gonna download this. You just gotta wait for it to download. Now you wanna click download, and now it's initializing, and it will download in a second. And now once it's downloaded, you wanna show in folder. You want to unzip the file. You could just extract it in your file explorer, or you can do 7-zip. I just extract. It's way easier. Just extract. Now that this is unzipped, you want to make sure it's all the right files, and you're gonna move all of these files into the root of your SD card. So just drag like these. Here else, you want to drag all of the files. Like, oh my god, hold on. All of this to your SD card. But since I already have all the necessary files, I will not be doing that. I downloaded this part and not this part, which is why you see an extra in my recently downloaded. That's why you saw all those extra files. Those were just emulators and such, but Twilight menu comes with emulators, so I just downloaded the first one. If you're gonna go with Twilight menu, I would just download the first one, but if you're gonna stick with just Ace 3DS Plus, I would go with the second. before you do anything, I would go ahead and make a ROMs folder, put all your legally obtained ROMs into this folder. I will not be showing you how to obtain the ROMs in this video, but you could find that all on your own, watch a YouTube video. Then if you aren't going to go a Twilight menu and you have all your ROMs in here, you can go ahead. This is the end for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you're gonna go a Twilight menu, stick around please. This is what it's gonna be like without Twilight menu. Alright, let's load into. So this right here is Ace 3DS Plus. This is all you are going to have in it. You are not going to have the boot NDS because that's Twilight menu. If this is all you want to do, you just go to ROMs and then your games are going to show up here. You can just click them and then it'll work. Now I'm going to show you how to get Twilight menu. Now you're gonna go to this wiki page. I will have it linked down below, and you're just gonna basically follow the steps. So download the latest Twilight menu flashcard .7-zip. So we're gonna download it. It takes literally like 3 seconds. And this, you don't need to extract it, I don't think. I'll correct myself right here if you do, but when I didn't need to extract it. So now you open it, see all these files in here. You're going to drag the NDS, boot NDS, drag the ROMs. No, you don't drag the. If you already have a ROMs folder, don't drag the ROMs folder into your SD card. It works. You don't need it if you already have one. Anyway, so all you need is the NDS and the boot NDS file to your flash card. So boot NDS, move to your that. And then NDS boot in there, and then let me see. Yeah, there we go. That's basically how you get Ace 3DS Plus and Twilight menu on your flash card. If there are any problems, please let me know in the description, and let's get to playing. Let's get to testing out our flash card, guys. And really quick, your SD card will not work if it is above 32 gigabytes, and if it's above it will work, but you just need to format it to FAT32. There are videos, tutorials how to do that. I will not be showing that here, but I'm just disclaimer. Alright, touch to continue. See, it'll load. Now you want to go to micro SD. If you're on Ace 3DS only, then go to your ROMs folder. But if you downloaded Twilight menu, you go on here, and it's the exact same as a modded DSi. It's just way easier, trust. Now you boot. This is a default theme that you guys can add, but we're not worried about that right now. Let's play. What game should we play, guys? Let's go Pearl. It'll you guys trust. Yeah, see, let's go. And I don't know if I have save data in any of this because I usually just play on my 3DS, but oh, I do. I got 19 minutes and 3 Pokedex. Okay. Oh yeah, I started this like 2 days ago. Yeah, see that. Let's. All right. Ooh, we got a Shinx. Balls, 5 use. Better get in there. 3. All right, we got it, guys. All right, gotcha. Shinx was caught. Bro. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh crap. Oops. Whatever. Okay. So you see right here. Save. Would you like to save the game? Yes, there's already a save file. Alright, and now let's power off. Let's boot back into it and test to see if our save file is still there. And see, it changed from 3 to 4, extra 3 minutes. So yes, our thing had saved and we are good to go on DS games. So yeah, just load your ROMs into a folder, and then there you go. I hope this helped you guys, and if it doesn't, feel free to leave me a comment down below and I will pin it if I was incorrect in any of my information. But thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.